In Chapter 2 of the encyclical Fratelli Tutti, the Pope invites us to apply the principles of Christian tradition, and in particular the Gospel, to the issues raised in the encyclical about human relationships. He uses the story of the Good Samaritan in particular to lead us in a reflection into a love that includes everyone, a love that transcends all prejudices, barriers, and petty interests. He points out some of the ways we have failed to love in our world today and proposes alternatives that might make the world a more loving and caring place. In the world, there is growing indifference, a gulf between ourselves and the world around us. But the story of the Good Samaritan invites us to create a different culture in which we resolve our conflicts and care for one another. In the society, there is the tendency to exclude others, to separate our circles from others, and isolate ourselves in our comfortable bubbles, but we are being called to embrace everyone as a brother, a sister, belong to one family with God as our Father. We are called to welcome the stranger among us, to build bridges between groups, to make people feel at home in our circles. Often we are preoccupied with ourselves, that we have no time for others, or we ignore others. The Good Samaritan shows us an example of how we can leave our needs and desires aside for some time, to spend time with the others, showing them compassion and treating them as people with dignity. Our world is wounded, with a lot of people vulnerable and suffering. We can rebuild our wounded world by identifying with the vulnerability of others, reject exclusion of others, and embrace the common good. The Pope leaves us with this challenge. Each day, we have to decide whether to be Good Samaritans or indifferent bystanders. Now, there are only two kinds of people: those who care for someone who is hurting, and those who pass by, those who bend down to help, and those who look the other way and hurry off. Here, all our distinctions, labels, and masks fall away. It is the moment of truth. Will we bend down to touch and heal the wounds of others? Will we bend down and help another to get up? With the Spirit of God in us and our faith rooted in the life and love of God, let us reflect on this challenge and respond in our hearts.